So I've been getting a ton of different requests from you guys in terms of music to listen to, but some of the requests and bands you guys are sending are a little bit more obscure, a bit random, and not a perfect fit for a video on the channel. And so what I thought I'd do is start a series where I react to the music you guys send me. What I'll do is review and give these songs a rating, a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and I'll try and be brutally honest as I make the reviews. I just want to give a big thanks to everyone who is donating and sending me these song requests. But let's get into the first three videos. Hope you guys enjoy. Okay, first up we have a track by Jethro, Tull. I don't really know anything about this band. I've never even heard of them. This was suggested to me by Strong Style Fiction. So here we go. Let's find out about this track. Too old to rock and roll. Too young to die. Sounds like a board, you know, like an old school board. Echo in his voice.
Yesterday's dreams, the transport cab, prophet of doom. Ringing no change in his double sound seems in his.
Never heard anything like this before.
First to obey the gloom. Now it's too the rock and roll. Nobody is too young to die. Yet it's too the rock and roll. Nobody is too young to die.
Okay, interesting song. Sorry, it was a bit loud there for a second. It sounds like a kind of strange mix of things. It's like old bard music, you know, those bards who like speak in like poetry. It sounds like a dude who is sort of doing a version of that to, I don't know what to call this. Is this rock music? This is a style of rock music, I guess. And telling a tale of a person who's like caught in two worlds, right? Too young to die, too old to be involved in the new stuff.
Now that's it. The rock and roll. And they're too young to die. Oh, yes, that's it. The rock and roll.
Crazy mix of music, something that I've never really heard before. It's got like a classical style to it in the way that the background works, and then they've got this other kind of weird story being told over the top. I don't know what this style of music is. I guess you guys will let me know. It sounds like a type of like spoken word over the top of like kind of rocks sentiments to it. I don't know. It's a bit of a mixed bag. He's on a bike living his youth out again.
It's the truck road doing around 120 with no room left to break.
Oh, wow.
And he went to rock and roll. And he went too young to die.
Interesting turn of the lyrics. Okay, very interesting first track. Now, if I'm following the story, I like kind of what they did right at the end, where they kind of subverted what they'd done every time, right? The same lyrics are coming up every time. In terms of the chorus being like, they're too young to die, too old to rock and roll. And then the final one is a twist, because the guy like takes this kind of crisis he's having of life. Now, listen, in terms of the two ratings that I have to give it, is it a thumbs up or a thumbs down in those two things? But if I'm being harsh and saying, is it going to go into my playlist and I'm going to hear it again? No. So I'm going to have to give you a thumbs down, dude. Strong Style Fiction, shout out for the donation. Strange mix of a track, bard style poetry, rock drums, Yeah, it was a bit of a mixed bag. Not for me. But cool listen. Interesting listen. Okay, on to the next one. This is Pantera, Cemetery Gates. The person who wanted me to listen to it is Cappy Hood. So big shout out to him. Here we go. Let's get into it. Different to what I'm used to in terms of Pantera. This is like very acoustic. I like it.
Is this some conspiracy? Crucified for no sins. Image beneath me, lost within my plans for life. It all seems so unreal. I'm a man caught in half in this world, left in my misery.
Okay, interesting switch up for a band that, what I've heard so far of them, I heard the track 5 Minutes Alone or something like that, I think it was called. Very harsh, very aggressive, and it's a kind of a cool switch up. I like it. I like when metal bands do this. Metallica does it a ton. They do a lot of great ballads. Some of their best tracks are ballads. Pretty cool start. I don't know if I love this guitar part. I like this more now. Aggressive. Okay, okay.
Nothing new for him to see. I didn't ask him why. I will remember the love my souls has sworn to me. Now I watch the falling rain. All my mind can see now is yours. Well, I guess you took my youth and gave it a
Every part so far that's been like this, these bits of it, this intro and that section there was really cool. I like the guy's voice. He has a kind of haunting style to the way he's singing. And the way the guitars back him up too, it sounds very sorrowful. I like those parts. But that scratchy guitar style, maybe it will grow on me, but I'm a bit hesitant at the moment. This style of guitar. He's got a good voice, man. The song is constantly switching up.
Sometimes when I'm alone, I wonder aloud.
These bits are great.
If you're watching over me, someplace far about, I must reverse my life. I can't live in the past and set my soul free. Onto me at last. Through all those complex years, I thought I was alone. I didn't care to look around.
The soft and loud dynamic that I've heard a bunch of different styles be done, it's not often that the soft part for me is the far better part. The more almost emotionally hard hitting. The hard bits are not really catching with me, but I really love when it's basically just his voice, those soft guitars backing him, those acoustic style guitars, and then like you can hear the hint of the lead electric come through too. That was great in that last verse. Woo! Those drums. sounds like a screaming like girl. Okay. Very interesting song once again, and I can see what they were trying to do, and it's cool. I like what they were trying to do. The lyrics and the music meshed together really well. They were trying to tell a story that was evolving. As the anger and pain came through, the music matched it, and in the bits that were more happier and it was hopeful, the music matched it too. What I think in this part of the story is like reflecting on a person who was important in his life that was is not here no more, but watching over them. And then the other sections were like the pain and anger that feel towards their death, maybe, is what I was kind of getting at. What I loved about the track was the guy's voice and that lead guitar which could come through. Whenever it was just the lead guitar, it was fantastic. But that atmospheric scratching noise and the main riff that they had going on, I didn't really love. So in terms of a review and a rating for this thing, if I've got to go a thumbs up or a thumbs down, meaning do I put it on the playlist and I'm going to listen to it again, or a thumbs down, I'm not going to put it on the playlist, I'm going to go thumbs down. I'm going to be honest with you. Cappy Hood, appreciate the donation and appreciate the song request. Okay, last track. This is Steely Dan, Reeling in the Years. A bunch of you guys have asked me to listen to Steely Dan, so here we are. This is his track, Reeling in the Years, and this was requested to me by Radio. He's actually been a donator before, so big thanks to Radio. Thank you for the suggestion. Here we go. Reeling in the Years by Steely Dan. I love how each track is a completely different genre.
Everlasting summer, you can see it fading fast. So you grab a piece of something that you think is gonna last. Well, you wouldn't even know a diamond if you held it in your hand. The things you think are precious, I can't understand. Are you reeling in the years, stowing away the time? Are you gathering up the tears? Have you had enough of mine? Are you reeling in the years, stowing away the time? Are you gathering up the tears? Have you had enough of mine?
Interesting mix of tracks once again. Now, having done a lot of reacting to music on the channel, I can hear influences, and I can certainly hear the Beach Boys, especially in those harmonies and the upbeat nature of the music. It's very happy music. And then they've got also like a Guitar Hero-esque lead guitar come through on the top of it. So it's a bit of a mix of things together. It's like the Beach Boys adding like, I don't know, who would be a good example to use? We've got that style of electric guitar. I don't know, like Eddie Van Halen on top of it. Something like that.
You've been telling me you're a genius since you were 17. And all the time I've known you, I still don't know what you mean. The weekend at the college.
Here's some jazz, Beach Boys, mix of everything. Okay, what I'm trying to kind of grasp from the song and what the story is of the song, it's like a girl who he saw potential in and he liked, and the girl didn't seem to like him, and she ended up leaving him for another person, and he's become wiser now, and he's like kind of looking back upon the relationship. That's kind of what I'm taking away.
Are you gathering up the keys? Have you had enough of mine? Are you reeling in the years?
Great guitar work. Great guitar work. Okay, another interesting song. It's a unique experience to be kind of just catapulted into a new band and a new genre that is like kind of a mix of everything. And it's kind of cool with all the experience I've had with listening to music on this channel, kind of hearing the different elements of other things I've heard. You hear a little bit of Beach Boys, you hear a little bit of like Guitar Hero, Jimi Hendrix-esque things being done. You hear some jazz stuff going on that you might hear in like a Marvin Gaye track. Really cool experience having that happen. In terms of the actual song, I didn't love the song. I'm gonna be honest with you. Again, I said in other reviews I've done of other tracks, I like attitude, drums, and bass. That's generally the combination that seems to really work for me. When it's an acoustic track, it really has to blow my mind, generally, to be thought of as being great. And so, therefore, it's too happy almost. The music is too nice. It's too kind of carefree is what I get, the spirit I take away from the song. And it doesn't always mesh with me. But an interesting listen, once again. It's definitely got a lot of different elements to it. So in terms of a thumbs up or a thumbs down, does it make the playlist or does it not make the playlist? I'm going to say it doesn't make the playlist. So that's it. In total, I've done 3 tracks here today. And not one has made the playlist, but I think hopefully this will be an interesting experience for you guys. If you do have songs of your own that you want me to review and react to in this similar format that are a little bit more obscure, I can try and fit them into these reactions and this series, hopefully, that I can start. Other than that, it's been a very cool experience. Catch you guys on the next one.